been a while since we've seen the Aggies on the field. Unfortunately, it's going to be a while until we see the Aggies back on the field. But Texas A&M certainly still present in the national rankings in the top 5 or 6 in the country. We got Leah Musgrave on the line from TexAggs.com to break things down and set us up for the final 3, maybe 4 games of the college football season there at Kyle Field. Leah, how are you doing today?
I'm good. It does feel like forever since A&M has played. So I'm excited for next week when it looks like things will finally be back on track. But this week, it's just kind of a repeat of what we had last week. So here we are.
And just to remind everyone, that was a 42-31 win over Arkansas, the latest in a string of Aggie performances. And, of course, they are the one team to defeat Florida, who will most likely show up in the SEC championship game. All right, since we've got all that, we know that LSU, Auburn, Tennessee should be the next 3 opponents. Can you map things out in regards to dates and if that SEC championship game weekend could come into play?
Yeah, so the SEC championship game weekend, that's on December 19th. That will be a makeup day. The SEC did confirm that a few days ago. So right now, it looks like LSU is still on pace to be played next Saturday, November 28th at Kyle Field. And then the Aggies will hit the road and head to Auburn the week after that. Then Tennessee was officially scheduled for December 12th. And then it looks like Ole Miss will be played on that makeup day on December 19th. We just have not had 100% confirmation on that yet. But it looks like the Aggies will at least get 3, hopefully 4 games in to finish out the season. And I think I said this a couple weeks ago. If you were going to lose the Ole Miss game, at least you're losing a 4-loss or, losing a game against a 4-loss team. But it does look like that game will be made up on the 19th.
Got Leah Musgrave on the line to talk Texas A&M football. Check her and the rest of the staff out there at TexAggs.com. All right, so there's been a lot of time to prepare. Teams like to get into the regiment of playing week after week after week after week, and then maybe having those 1 or 2 buys during the season to heal up and get ready for a big opponent. But there's been a lot of waiting around. But coaches can look at film ad nauseum and never think that they are well prepared enough. Any thoughts out of Jimbo Fisher and staff in regards to their conversations with the media in terms of preparing for the stretch drive and what they're working on during these bye weeks?
Right. So they did say that they're trying to treat everything like a bye week scenario. So they're looking at individual film. They're just doing a lot of film study. The players in quarantine, there's still about a dozen right now, are only allowed to do running and conditioning. So they're not in the swing of things with contact practices like normal. They're kind of treating it like bye weeks. We talked to offensive lineman Carson Green on Monday, and he actually told us that pretty much the whole O-line has already had COVID. And so the O-line and D-line are good, and they're going up against each other in practice right now, kind of taking things a day at a time. What I like about the way that Jimbo Fisher has handled this situation is that he didn't complain about the way that everything is rolling right now. I know that when you have momentum as a college football team and you are playing probably your best football, you don't want that momentum to stop. And I know that they were anxious to take it over to Tennessee. We kind of knew by the end of last week that Ole Miss wasn't going to happen this upcoming weekend. That's just due to the contact tracing. Jimbo Fisher did confirm for us on Monday that there are no new additional positive cases on the team. So it is just 1 positive player at the moment, but there's still about a dozen in quarantine. That quarantine period is 14 days long. And so that officially ends for them this upcoming Sunday. And then they'll start kind of getting back into the swing of things and preparing for LSU at home on Saturday. Everything should be normal, probably ready to go again against the Tigers next Saturday.
It's our time to talk Texas A&M football. The Aggs at 5-1. You can join Leah Musgrave and the rest of the staff there at TexAggs.com. Of course, subscribe right here. We talk college football each and every day with the best bloggers, broadcasters, writers in the nation. And hit that bell for the notifications once you subscribe and you know when we're going live. Wide receiver Cam Brown has entered the transfer portal. 5 catches, 55 yards for him. But he's been starting some games. Did that come as a surprise?
Huge surprise to us, to be completely honest with you. He started 4 out of 6 of A&M's games so far, and it seemed a little bit out of character given that everybody gets this year back. And we were talking too about how he was maybe an injury away from starting again on a top team in the SEC. did come as a little bit of a shock to us, but that's not something that we have all the details to. And of course, it was his decision. Just didn't necessarily see it coming in the middle of the season, especially with the promise that he had with Texas A&M. So I don't really know what's going to happen there, but of course, we wish him the best. And I mean, we're going to be following closely wherever he ends up for sure.
Leah, we appreciate you stopping by for this quick update. Hopefully we can get together next week and be anticipating a matchup against LSU.
Yeah, hopefully some more to talk about next week. Sorry for the lack of information right now, but hopefully things will get back to normal in due time.
No, it's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.